Brandon and Blake. You ready for the Triple B?
We are so excited. This is Blake's first time.
Oh, that is so cool. This
I
is gonna be a
can't
blast.
wait.
What do you think, Blake?
Are you ready, Blake?
Yeah. All right.
Where's the triple?
How
Virtual.
would you?
This is going to be a night to remember.
It's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
All right.
Wait, what?
What? It's virtual this year.
Steve?
Riding to the Top is going to be virtual.
Wow, this is
Virtual.
new. This is exciting.
We still get to go, but not here.
It's worth it. As long as I get to wear my boots, I'm good.
I'll go anywhere.
All right, sounds good.
Live from Maine, it's the first Triple B.
Howdy everybody, it's Michelle Taylor. I am one half of the Wake Up Crew on Country 99.9 The Wolf. And if you've ever been to any of the Triple Bs in the past 12 years, you know I've been lucky enough to kick off more than half of them. And it's very exciting, and I'm thrilled that they asked me to be a part of it again. I would have missed it for the world, although the setting's a little different. I'm in the Wolf studio here today where we do our morning show instead of in the usual place where we are every year. So while we can't physically be together this year for the 13th annual Triple B, we really hope you'll enjoy the virtual version of Riding to the Top's Party with a Purpose. Hopefully you've had some time to look over and visit the RTT website, which is full of fun Triple B related events and activities, and you've seen the fantastic items that are in the online auction and maybe even bid on one or two of them. But don't worry if you haven't gotten to it yet, because you still have some time. The online auction is going to be live until 5 p.m. tomorrow night, and the activities as well as a copy of tonight's live stream will be available on the RTT website for the coming weeks. So I want to take a moment to thank our very special Reserve Grand Champion sponsors, IDEX, Norway Savings Bank, and Portland Volvo for their leadership and support of Riding to the Top in this very challenging year, to say the least, right? I'm really excited about tonight, and in addition to welcoming back auctioneer Elizabeth Holmstrom, who is fantastic, and I miss being with her tonight, we're going to hear from the crowd favorite Under the Covers, some great speakers, and see some impactful videos too. Now, I've been told you want to make sure to stay tuned for the entire hour to make sure to catch the boot contest results and to see if you or even I am the winner of one of 3 very exciting registration prize drawings. And I have heard also that there's talk of a very special cameo appearance, so watch for that. So grab a drink, get ready to enjoy a very special hour. This is a night to show your support for RTT and all they do. You can text, donate on the RTT website, or even call in with a credit card number to make a pledge. Have a great night tonight. Thank you.
Welcome to the 13th annual Triple B, and thank you, Michelle, from 99 The Wolf. We miss you too, and we're happy to know that you, along with those other guests who were looking for us at the farm, found us here at the first ever virtual Triple B. I'm Sarah Bronson, Executive Director, and in a few minutes I'll share a bit more about Riding to the Top and why tonight is so important. But first, let's take a look at what we have planned for the next hour. As you can see, we've got great videos. We had a wonderful bit from Michelle and our Live from Maine crew. And we've got drawings, we've got music from Under the Covers. It's gonna be a great night. We've got stories and videos that you'll really enjoy. And of course, we have Elizabeth here to do our mission-based auction. And I hear, just like Michelle has heard, that we may have a very special guest appearance that you won't want to miss. Welcome, Michelle. I'm so glad to have you here. You've been such a long-time RTT supporter, and you are an auctioneer extraordinaire. This will be a little different this year, but I know we can get it done.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much, Sarah. I also say hello to Michelle. I totally miss you, and I hope that we'll be back together again at the farm next year. I am thrilled to be here tonight, and wow, you and your team have just outdone yourselves this year, really moving from the Triple B to a virtual event. You know, this year brings new meaning, and this Party of a Purpose is just a perfect event. Before we go any further though, let me thank tonight's very special sponsors, many of whom increased their sponsorships this year. I know that Michelle already gave a shout out to our Reserve Grand Champion sponsors, IDEX Laboratories, Norway Savings Bank, Portland Volvo. I also want to thank our Trailblazer sponsors, Jackson and McNichol, Spectrum Healthcare Partners, and Tyler Technology. We greatly appreciate all of our sponsors. They are listed at the end of our program. Please support these businesses who have been so generous to RTT. And now for a special treat, please welcome Triple B's favorite band, Under the Covers.
Hello, Triple B and RTT. We're so sorry we can't be with you this year. We wish you the very best tonight and all nights. You guys are great. We love you. We miss you. We'll see you next year.
What I want you got, and it might be hard to handle. Like a flame that burns a candle. Candle feeds a flame. Oh yeah. What I got's full stock. Thoughts and dreams are shattered. And you pull them all together. How can I explain? Oh yeah, where were you? You made my dreams come true. Well, I've been waiting on you, oh girl. You make my dreams come true. On a night when bad dreams become a screamer, when you're messing with a dreamer, I can laugh you in the face. Oh yeah, twist and shout my way out, and you wrap yourself around me. 'Cause I ain't the way you found me, and I'll never be the same. Oh yeah, where were you? You make my dreams come true. Well, I've been waiting on you, oh girl. You make my dreams come true. And listen to this. Down on a daydream, this sleepwalk should be over by now. I know that you make my dreams come true. Well, I've been waiting on you, oh girl. You make my dreams come true. Well, I've been waiting on you. You make my dreams come true.
Wow, that was great. Thank you to the members of Under the Covers, and what a perfect song, making our dreams come true tonight, right?
Absolutely.
And to Darren Elder and everyone at the Halo Studio, that special performance was fabulous. We miss you guys, and hopefully we'll all be back together next year.
Yes, it is time for the first of 3 registration drawings. Anyone who registered tonight has been entered into our registration drawing. So, Sarah.
And our first drawing is a $100 Amazon gift card and a $25 Denny Mike's gift card for seasonings and spices. And it goes to Keller and Williams. Congratulations.
Nice.
We'll be getting this out to you in the mail.
So Sarah, tell us what has been going on at RTT and how have you guys all been doing during these unprecedented times?
Well, 2020 has definitely been a year that won't soon be forgotten. March and April were really tough, but our staff and our volunteers never missed a beat and continued to provide wonderful care for our horses. And we got really creative with our outreach for our clients. We did phone calls, Zoom socials, Zoom and Groom, weekly newsletters full of educational materials and videos, and eventually we started doing curbside visits, which kept us connected to our clients until we were able to begin a slow reopening in July. However, due to restrictions on gatherings, all of our summer fundraising events were canceled. As you know, the Triple B is our most important event of the year. And early on, we thought we would still go ahead, but obviously that's not going to happen this year. So we knew that we had to get creative and do what everybody else has been doing with their large events and flipping the Triple B to a virtual event. We couldn't possibly have 400 people in the arena dancing and being close together. So we're thrilled to be here as a virtual event. It's not what we expected, but funds raised tonight will provide critical program support, ensuring that our services continue to be available and accessible to people with disabilities. And quite simply, we couldn't not go ahead with the Triple B. I could talk more, but I think the following video will give you a much better idea of what RTT has looked like in 2020.
Being back at riding because Abby's really good to me and keeps me in good company.
During COVID, we weren't able to be here, and coming back is like coming back to our family.
To the top means support from family and friends.
Hey guys, it's me and Paxton, and today I'm going to talk about what I like about RTT. I just think it's very fun to ride with the horses and pet them.
I love working with the horses. It gave me like a whole bunch of more confidence in life.
We're so happy to be back. It was tough being away from all the horses, but to be back here and in lessons and riding and with the love of her life, Orion, is something to look forward to again every single week.
You know, Elizabeth, none of this would have happened or can continue to happen without the strong support of our community.
Yeah, it is so true. And I've been part of the Triple B for so many years now, and every time the videos just humble me, and it reminds me why I care so much about RTT.
So many of our families have told us how difficult it was to be away from the farm while we were closed this spring. And while some of our riders are back, unfortunately there are still others who are waiting to return. For these individuals, we continue to offer virtual Zoom meetings and curbside visits where our clients can meet up with our horses from their cars. For those who are back, we are seeing the joy that comes from spending time with our horses, and we know that their lesson time at the farm provides a bit of normalcy in what can only be described as a very disruptive year. In the best of times, all of our clients and their families live with a certain amount of isolation due to their disabilities. And since COVID, we've all experienced what it feels like to be isolated from family and friends. But for our clients, this feeling of isolation and the loss of daily and weekly routines has been incredibly hard. Being at the farm is important not only because of the horse and human connection, but it is also the human-to-human connections that are so very important. RTT is a place where people from all walks of life feel like they belong. For many of our volunteers and riders, RTT has been a part of their weekly activities for literally years. And when we watch this next video, one thing that is absolutely remarkable is the connection between Jack and his volunteer, Liz Wood, who has literally participated in Jack's lessons for more than a decade. You'll see her throughout this video as Jack has grown through the years. So let's watch.
Hi, Riding to the Top, friends and family. I'm Paul Rosenblum.
And I'm Cameron Rosenblum, and we're here to tell you about our son Jack's 20-year journey with Riding to the Top.
But briefly, an aside about this, it's not primarily for COVID today. It's because I chipped a tooth on a plum, and I really want to put best face forward for Riding to the Top. So there is a smile under here. You just don't want to see it right now.
Well, okay. This is you.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, as Cam said, Jack's 23 years old. He was diagnosed with autism at age 2. And that meant a whole lot of things. It meant finding therapies to deal with his struggles with language, with motor skills, with sensory issues, social relationships. And we heard about Riding to the Top through the mouth and the human-animal connection that is created there and its potential for helping him. And so 20 years later, here we are.
Yeah. And for Jack, there have been and continue to be so many benefits to Riding to the Top. His lessons are tailored to his specific needs and address them in a way that no other therapy can. For instance, his sensory defensiveness,
which is something he overcame. I mean, it's a sensory-rich environment there at Riding to the Top. You've got the smell of leather tack and hay and the sweat of animals, and the feel of stroking the flank of a horse or brushing it. But Jack acclimated to that very quickly. He found it pleasant, as so many of us do. And then the more important part was sitting atop the animal and feeling those subtle movements underneath him, which he had to adjust to. I mean, science calls this vestibular input or proprioception. What we know is that it helped focus Jack, helped center him, and calm him. It was Zen-like. And that's when you come into some of the mysticism of Riding to the Top and get past the science, because there's something more to all of this that we can't really define, but that works.
yeah, I think it might have something to do with the fact that he didn't need words to communicate with the horse. He had a relationship that was pretty nonverbal. And that means a lot for someone who had a very, very limited vocabulary. And I love how Sarah was able to gradually roll in, sort of ratchet up the demands on Jack, so that once he was building a vocabulary, she collaborated with his speech therapist and incorporated some goals right into his lesson. So just making that half hour, 45 minutes, however long the lesson is, just work on so many levels for him. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think a level that really has to be emphasized here is the personal relationships that were cultivated by all of the volunteers, by Sarah and all the volunteers, with Jack and with all the people who attend Riding to the Top. They really get to know the people that they're working with. And Jack can sense that. He has an enormous amount of comfort with the situation and the people.
Some of the routines were really helpful for that, of grooming.
Yeah, very warm, very trusting, and we were extended the same warm welcome ourselves as parents. So 20 years later, we have nothing but the deepest gratitude and respect for Riding to the Top, for the donors that help support it, for the volunteers who work for it, for those who administer and do the nitty-gritty everyday business that is required to run such a complex organization.
Yes.
Our thanks.
Yes, big thanks.
That is just a beautiful video, and thank you so much, Cameron and Paul, for sharing Jack's journey. It's amazing that he started out at Pineland. Oh my gosh.
He was so little.
So it's just amazing. Here we go. We are going to get busy and raise some money for this life-changing organization. For those of you who are new tonight, this marks our 13th year of RTT's unique mission-based auction. I've been here almost all but one of those years. And we are simply asking you to make a donation at whatever level feels right for you with this mission-based auction. Nothing to take home but a tax deduction. So that is, unless you bid on the online auction, and for those you're going to be helping Triple B. You know how this works right now. Every single bid for the mission-based auction is a winner. And remember, your generous bids provide direct support for RTT's clients and programs. Usually, I call 2 auctions. I call one to support the riders, and I call another to support the horse fund. And this year, the horse fund is part of the online auction. So if you haven't checked out the items there, the auction is great. It's open until tomorrow at 5 p.m. You can buy items and support the horses. Tonight, though, we'll be focusing on our support on the riders and the programs for RTT. You will be directly helping to enhance the health and wellness of children and adults with disabilities with every bid. I will lead you through giving opportunities to suit every level of passion and ability. Starting at the top level of $5,000, every bid matters and will help us reach our goal. There are 3 ways to bid. Number 1, you can text to 76278 and you type in give and the amount, like give $100 or give $5,000, which is where we're at now. You can also go to writingtothetop.org and you can give online on their site, or you can call because Lorena and Denise are standing by. You can call 892-2813 extension 10 and they will take your credit card information over the phone. So as I said, we are beginning at $5,000. For those of you who know me, you can join me now when I count to 3 in a yeehaw. All right? So 1, 2, 3, yeehaw! Exactly. So thank you. Let's get going. Help us reach our goal of $115,000 tonight. We need you more than ever. Our sponsors have given us a great start toward this goal, but please get those fingers and those thumbs busy. Remember that you can text, you can donate, everything's going along the bottom of the screen, or you can call in. So let's start with $5,000. Who will give us $5,000 right now? Get your thumbs and fingers going. $5,000 where? Who will give me $5,000? What does $5,000 mean to RTT, Sarah?
Well, $5,000 can support a lot of services. Specifically, it can support 5 clients for a full semester of riding. That's 14 weeks of lessons. These are lessons just like the little boy who was in just last week. He was having a really rough day and arrived in tears and really frustrated. He had, just had come home from school totally dysregulated. His instructor, Cindy, and his volunteer, Janice, really didn't think he'd last more than 10 minutes. But Cindy, Janice, and Luke, the horse, worked their magic. Cindy gave him support while still encouraging him to participate in his lesson. And Janice shared the following. By the end of the lesson, he was a different kid. He was so proud of himself for what he'd done, and he even had a little swagger in his step as he left the arena. That's what our horses can do for our clients who are struggling. And it doesn't matter if it's a child or an adult. This year, the struggle is so much harder for all of our clients.
It is so true. Your work is amazing. And while you were sharing that story, we have 4 $5,000 bids come in. Yeehaw! 4 $5,000 bids. I can't do a cartwheel on this stage, but you can pretend I'm doing a cartwheel right now.
There you go.
And we are going to go on to the $2,500 level. We are at $2,500 now. Let's get your bids in at $2,500 if you are able. What does $2,500 mean to RTT, Sarah?
So one of our biggest programs in 2019 and during the start of 2020 was our school-based programming. And we worked with students from both Westbrook and Portland schools in groups of 4 to 6 students. $2,500 will support a full term, 7 weeks of equine-assisted learning for a school group. And the excitement that comes when these kids are at the farm working with the horses and the volunteers, it's just incredible to watch. And really the learning that goes on it's amazing. Students learn about grooming, they learn about leading and riding, and they are all supporting each other as a team while they're doing this. It's a lot about really life skills that kids are learning working with horses. Yeah. So how to be a good leader, how to be confident, all of those things. So the other thing that happens is that they learn to be safe and respectful around the horses. And the teachers have been able to see firsthand how these skills learned at the farm then transfer back to better behaviors in the classroom. And it's really incredibly powerful. One of the teachers quipped, "I've never seen a group of students get ready so quickly as when the bus came to pick the kids up for riding to the top."
I would too.
Yeah. The other thing that we often take for granted is the role that our volunteers and staff play as caring adults in these kids' lives. Many of these kids come from unstable home situations, and to have caring adults in their lives in addition to their amazing teachers cannot be undervalued. So it's really just a win-win all the way around. And we hope to have the schools back in person in 2021.
Yes, we do. Keep those $2,500 bids coming in, and that is just a beautiful story of what $2,500 means to the organization. We really appreciate, we've already received a number of gifts at the $2,500 level.
All right. Woo, woo. All right.
You can see the donations scrolling in a little bit. We'll be able to share some of that, but we can see it behind the scenes here. So I'm just amazed at all of this. We are going to go to the $1,000 level, and we wanted to, before we get started, just check and see how we're doing. So look at this, or look at.
Oh, there's the thermometer. It's up.
That,
you guys
that.
can see it. So we're almost at $75,000 of our $115,000 goal. That
oh my
is
God,
amazing.
you guys, 74,821.
Woo!
Yes. Woo! Let's get back to that $1,000 level. Right now, get those fingers ready. We can do it at $1,000. Who'll give me $1,000 bid with $1,000 now? Give me us $1,000. Who'll give us $1,000? What does $1,000 mean to RTT?
Yeah. A gift at the $1,000 level will help to support one of our many adult clients who rely on RTT, not only for great physical exercise, but also as an important social connection. Many of these clients are part of residential communities living in group homes, and they don't get out in the community as much as a lot of folks do. So the other issue is that most of these clients qualify for financial aid at the 90% level. They don't have a lot of financial resources. So $1,000 will support 14 weeks of lessons for one of these individuals. We have a gentleman who travels almost an hour to get to the farm, and he finds that riding provides not only great exercise, but he absolutely loves being around the horses. I think if he could just groom for the hour, he would be almost as happy as riding. He can hardly contain himself on riding days, riding herd, so to speak, on his staff, so he won't be late for his lesson. And once at the farm, we have to slow him down. He uses a walker, and he goes racing down the hallway with his walker. And we have to say, slow down here. We can't go charging into the arena quite so fast.
Right.
So for clients like this, RTT provides a lifelong activity, something that is good for the mind, the body, and the spirit.
Absolutely. And that is just, what a brilliant story. I just can picture him, you know, like, everybody don't let me be late. And we are, you know, for me, when I hear about the work that RTT does, there's really few causes out there that touch the lives physically, emotionally, and socially. And to me, that makes the difference here. So keep those $1,000 bids coming in right now.
Here we go. We can keep
those
do it.
$1,000. Bring us up. Yeah. Let's get above that 74,000.
What's
that?
What's that noise? Hey, hold on a minute, Elizabeth. I think we might have that special guest we were hearing about.
Yay!
Oh my goodness! It's Cookie!
Cookie!
She made it
Hi,
here.
honey.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good to see her. As some of you know, Cookie and her pal Onyx have been away from the farm since COVID hit, staying with longtime RTT friends Candy and Jim Platts. And this is Becca, their daughter, who's also been helping out with Cookie and Onyx. So we are so thankful to all the Plattses for their love and support of Cookie and Onyx. But do you have something special to tell us, Cookie? Are you delivering something? What's this right here? You look beautiful. Oops. Let's see what it says. A very special message. A generous group of RTT supporters will match every donation from here on out up to $15,000.
Yes.
Woo! So this,
Wow! Oh my gosh,
this is going to get us to our goal. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Becca
That is exactly
and Cookie,
right.
for delivering this great news, and thank you for making the trip here to this special virtual Triple B.
Oh, we're so happy to have you here, Cookie.
So,
She's getting a little bit of the hang.
$15,000, Elizabeth. We have a little bit of work to do on these next levels.
Yes, we do. And we're going to the next levels. Right now, our gifts are, every single gift, as we just said, is up to $15,000 will be matched. And we have 1,000 already toward that. Carly
Woo.
Joyce.
Woo.
Yes.
All
Give
right.
us 1,000 towards that. That's going to be 2,000, Carly. Thank you so much. So up to $15,000, every single bid right now is going to be matched. So we're going to the $500 level right now. $500. Type that in. It's going to mean 1,000 to us. So get your fingers and everything going, or call. And who will give us $500, and what will that mean?
So $500 will help to keep our connection strong with our school groups through weekly Zoom meetings with the students and our horses. So right now, the schools obviously aren't traveling outside of the limited amount they're doing, even with kids doing hybrid work right now. So we said, we can do this. We can be creative, and we can't bring the horse into the classroom, but we can Zoom with these kids every week. And so we have weekly Zoom meetings with the students and our horses. And each week we cover a different subject. We send along worksheets for them to fill out in preparation for our Monday morning Zoom meetings. And it's so much fun. You know, when we log in on Monday mornings, the kids are all sitting there in their seats. And almost immediately their hands are going up. We're asking them questions, and of course they're volleying questions back to us as well. We can't wait to have these students back in person, but we are so thankful to be meeting with them now as virtual, and we know that when we are back together, it will be oh so sweet.
So
Woo!
sweet.
Another
And speaking of
$1,000 gift.
sweet, Chad Hayes just gave us $1,000, and that means $2,000.
Woo!
Yay! Thank you so much, Chad.
Oh my gosh.
These donations are coming in, and we're so excited. So we are getting close, I think. So, oh my gosh, you guys, look at that thermometer. We're at 90,314. Now, if we add 15,000 to that, that's going to get us to 105. And another 15.
Need another 10 to get to the 115.
I think we
could do
should
it.
get to 120. We really need to get to 120. But you
We
guys
like to go over goal.
Keep these coming in.
Yeah.
We've got $250 level right now. So
That's awesome.
we're at $90,000, 314. Every bid matters and is being doubled. So let's go $250 now, $250, $250, please. Sarah, what does that mean to us?
So, you know, Elizabeth, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is the training and education that we provide to our staff and our volunteers so that we can be as effective as possible in working with our clients. This year, it's been a lot of webinars and remote education through Path International. $250 will help to provide trainings for our volunteers and staff on topics such as autism, safety in the arena, how and why we use certain equipment, communication strategies, and so much more. Training is simply an ongoing investment that we need to make in our human resources, our staff, and I use that loosely, our paid staff and our unpaid staff, those amazing volunteers that we have, so that we can provide the highest quality services for our clients.
Absolutely.
Woo!
Oh my,
$4,000 from Jim and Candy.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh my God, that's 8. That's 8.
That's 8.
Thank you
Wow.
so much.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
Amazing.
$4,000 if you didn't hear that. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Phenomenal. Thank you so much for this generosity. And I think it might be helpful to take a little bit of a pause.
People's fingers are getting pretty sore, I think.
I know, because you guys are doing such an amazing job. And we are going to have 2 important announcements. $500 from Steve Flynn first. Woo! $500. Thank you, Steve. Woohoo! That's 1,000. So thank you for that 500. And while we're doing this, we are going to go to our second registration raffle winner, and then the boot contest. I wonder if I won.
Can't see my boots very well.
So
all right,
I'll
excellent.
let you take it away from
so
the registration.
first of all, I need to make a correction to our first winner,
Oh, yes.
who is Kellerin Woods, not Kellerin Williams. So my mistake there.
Congratulations,
And,
Kellerin.
yes. And our second drawing for registration is a $100 LL Bean gift card and a $25 Denny Mike's gift card for seasonings. And that goes to Joe Coyne. So congratulations,
congratulations,
Joe.
Joe.
We'll get
We're
that
gonna mail that to you.
out to you.
That's awesome.
All right, now let's see. The boot contest is always a favorite at the
know, I
Triple
love
B,
it.
Elizabeth,
I love
and
it.
we usually get some pretty creative boots. And
Yeah.
this year we asked folks to share it on social media.
Yeah.
And so we had a hashtag 3B2020boots. And I am excited to announce that the winner of this year's boot contest is Maureen Mathau.
Woohoo,
Maureen's
look
one
at
of our
these.
volunteers, and those are some nice
Oh my
boots,
gosh,
I
they're
gotta
so
say.
beautiful.
So
I love 'em.
Maureen has won a gift certificate to Denny Mike's Sauces and Seasonings. And thank you to Denny Mike for
Yeah.
his tremendous support of RTT. Even though it's a virtual event this year, he's done a lot. Woo! Thank you.
Yes.
Another $500 from Gabrielle Bird.
Yes, thank you, Gabrielle. 500 is 1,000.
It keeps going up. It's at 9. Oh my goodness, it's hard to keep track of it.
Wow.
We're pushing up close to 93,000.
764.
That's awesome.
Woohoo.
That is fabulous.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so the thermometer is continuing to go up, and we are now at the $100 level. So $100 bid, give us $100, it equals to $100 bid now, $100 bid now, $100 bid, get those fingers going, $100 bid equals 200. What can I get with $100? If I were to give that to you, what could you do with it?
So one of the things that we really love to do is wish list rides at Riding to the Top. And these are typically a one-time riding or driving experience, often for someone living with chronic illness, could be cancer or other chronic illnesses, and or somebody just wanting to relive wonderful childhood memories of riding, or as you'll hear in a minute, of watching riding. So, I mean, we have literally had 80 and 90-year-olds riding, and, you know, it's just seeing the smile that comes across their face is just amazing. And it always surprises me, the motor memory that comes back to someone if they rode as a child, how quickly that comes back. They mount the horse, they sit up tall and straight, they pick up the reins, they say, walk on. And it really is amazing. We even did a ride last year for an 87-year-old woman who had never ridden, but had taken her daughter as a child to riding lessons for years on end. And she was a studious learner and watched her child ride and listened to her lessons. And so despite never having been astride a horse, when she got on, she knew how to ride. I was like, are you sure you've never been on a horse before? So imagine that, a woman learned to ride watching her daughter's lessons and was able to put that learning back to work when she was in her late 80s. It was amazing.
That's a really amazing story.
Yeah.
I love that.
So.
We are going to do one last call because these $100 bids are coming in. I've got a couple of announcements here. Michael Viglione, $250. Thank you so much. That equals 5.
Cindy Putney, $100.
Yes, $100
Thank you, Cindy.
equals 2. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yahoo! Are we getting those in to make that thermometer go
That
up?
thermometer's going up.
Yes.
We're pushing almost to $94,000.
So we are at the place where every bid matters right now. If you can bid $50, $25, $3,000, $125, whatever increment is
That's right.
comfortable
What-
for you.
what fits-
if
what
you
fits
can
your
help
budget.
us get that thermometer going, our goal is 115, and we need it more than ever today. You guys have been hopefully inspired by what you've seen, the stories. I can't stop watching the videos. Now is the time. So remember, you can text to give. You just text to 76278. You guys are obviously getting that, but just in case you're just showing up now.
$1,500.
Yes,
Stacey and
Stacey
Bill,
and
thank you
Bill,
so
to
much.
the horse fund. Oh, we love you guys. Thank you so much, Stacey and Bill. We love what you do in our community.
Yes.
And I love your service. And so you can see the scrolling names right now.
Let's do a shout out to some of those donors that you see scrolling on your screen. Woo, thanks to Kate Jetton.
Thank you.
All right.
So
Susan
excited.
Cole,
Thank you so
Trish
much.
Bryant,
The
and
viewers
Annie
are back.
Coleman.
We're so appreciative of you. Thank you, everybody. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but it's such a cool thing that we get to share with you right now, because I think we should throw the thermometer up there. You can see who's been donating. Can we get the thermometer or no?
We are at 110.
Yes, 110, 432. Woo!
I know, it's too bad this stage isn't big enough for a cartwheel.
I know, I want to do one. I can get on the little saddle maybe.
Anyway, so let's do some shout outs to some of these people you see scrolling on your screen.
Cheryl,
like
Greenie.
Jeanette and Mark. Chad Hayes.
Yes.
Martins Point Healthcare. They were one of our sponsors. And
Jeff Holmstrom, I might know him.
Tori Dietl Hops, Ann Hauser, Margie Huber.
Ellen Jackson. This is
Kate
so
Jetton,
great,
there
you guys.
she is. Jenna
Thank
Jones.
you.
Thank you, Jenna.
Woo!
Kathy Kelso, Mark Kelso, Susan Layton, Marissa Lagasse.
This is so amazing.
Deanne Leisure. So we are still accepting bids all night.
All night.
So Jerry Marks.
Jerry
Woo!
Marks,
Thank you, Jerry.
Yay! Thank you, Jerry.
And McAlinden. Excellent.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. So let's I think we have one more piece from Under the Covers, right?
Yes, we do. So we can do a little dancing while these are coming in. We've got less than 5,000 to go, you guys. We're so appreciative. We can do it. All right.
So grab a drink. You can sit down and relax, or you can get up and dance.
We're gonna dance.
And so we have another piece from Under the Cover, and then don't forget, don't leave, because we have another drawing to do.
Yes.
And we've got a really special final tribute video. So let's listen to Big Black Horse by Under the Covers.
Yay.
Well, my heart knows it better than I know myself, so I'm gonna let it do all the talking. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. I came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. I fell in fear up on my back. He said, don't look back, just keep on walking. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. When a big black horse said, look this way, he said, hey, little lady, will you marry me? Woo-hoo. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Love those guys. That was
They
fantastic.
are great.
Yay.
Let's give a
Thank
hand
you.
to Under the Covers. Thank you so
You guys
much.
are the best. I'm so bummed that we don't get to dance live to you this year.
And
but
thanks again.
We just did a little bit.
Thanks again to the Halo Studio who
Yes.
did that amazing recording, both video and audio. They did a fabulous job.
Yeah, the quality was great.
Right
It was
here in
great.
Wyndham.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were really great.
So we have another drawing.
Yes, we
We
do.
do. We have our third drawing. So the registration,
Number 3.
all of you that are watching right now, obviously registered.
And the winner
So hold on 1 second.
of a $100 Visa card and a
Nice.
$25 Denny Mike Seasonings card is Margie Huber, one of
Yay,
our
Margie.
faithful
We're gonna mail that
volunteers
out
who's
to
been
you.
with us for a long time.
Nice.
So,
Thank
excellent.
you.
We will get that out.
Just seeing all these names scrolling, like
I know.
all I'm doing all night long is just picturing you guys all out in the audience.
I
and
know.
Just feeling the love because there's nothing like this crowd, like the supporters and the folks that you have behind RTT. Like I've never experienced anything like it.
I have to
It's
say, it was a
beautiful.
little bittersweet leaving the arena at like 6 o'clock last night. Usually I'm
Yeah.
there till,
Right.
well, burning the midnight oil,
Right, trying to
definitely,
get everything ready for
as we're
it.
checking
It's
lights
true.
and checking sound. So it's just, you know, it's been a very different vibe this year, but I have to say
Yeah.
the support is just crazy, and people have been so generous. So I thank everyone, and I thank
Yes.
you, Elizabeth,
Oh,
from the bottom of my
welcome.
heart for being here again and giving your time and talent yet again in a
happy
very
to.
different format. It is
fun.
very different not having our crowd in front of us.
I know.
But you know, I think that we are so close to our goal. We have about $4,200 left to go,
Yeah.
and I am confident that we will get
will.
there. We have our online auction, which Elizabeth mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked that out, there's some great things. In addition to the horse fund, which if anybody wants to make a direct donation to the horse fund, they can do it right there. It's item number 100. But there's also, we haven't done a silent auction in so many
Right,
years. We
right.
used to do one, remember way back
Oh,
when?
I was
Before
there.
the Triple B. So we have about 60 items on there. There's everything from horse-themed.
You can go on a boat ride with me.
That's right. Elizabeth has donated a tour on Casco Bay.
tour.
Yeah.
Yes, you can come with
either
me
a
and I will
picnic
take you
lunch
out, make you a picnic lunch
or a cocktail.
happy hour, little
Yeah.
ensemble. So
Looks
please
great.
join. It's
Yeah.
really, really fun.
So we have some autographed helmets, football helmets. We've got any big football fans out there. We've got Brady. We have Brady and Gronk on a helmet. We have Peyton Manning, and Dan Marino. So those are all authentic autographed helmets that are available on the online auction site. We also have horse-themed things. We've got, you know, trail rides. We've got all sorts of stuff. So it's definitely worth looking at. And that money that comes in through, oh my gosh, we're at 113.
Woo!
Wow!
Show that
We are so close.
113,
$1,500 to
342.
go.
Oh my God, you guys. We are
We're
within
getting there.
a
We are getting there.
15, 17,
Yeah.
$1,800.
I know, another like,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
like $1,600 would do it.
Oh my God.
So,
okay, clearly I'm not good with math.
so
I want to go over the goal. I always want to go over just a little bit.
I know. So the online
Keep
auction,
those coming in, you
like
guys.
I was saying, the online
Yes.
auction is open until tomorrow at 5 p.m. And it's, you know, we are, the bids, it's a great little system. For those of you who've been to the Triple B and know how awful our checkout system has been, this software is going to help us next year when we're there live in person.
Yes, yes.
Because
it'll
it
make
gives
things
you
so much easier because we'll be able to do this text to give and you'll
Absolutely.
be able to get through. But we only have like less than a minute left here, I think. So
I think we better roll.
We better roll.
Anyway, I do want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. We will have the live stream available for anybody who missed it. Make it happen. We only need $1,500 left.
you guys. That's it. That's
So-
all we need. $1,500. Can you put us over the edge?
So you who have contributed tonight have
Yes.
helped to ensure that services will continue to be available for children and adults with disabilities. I want to give a special shout out to Headlight Audiovisual for their support in making
Yes.
this live stream possible, and my deepest gratitude to RTT's staff who have worked tirelessly in creating this virtual event. And my deepest thanks to each and every one of you who have played a part in tonight's success. I'm going to invite Cookie up here one last time.
Come on up, Cookie.
And we'll get to see her one last time. Have you ever seen a horse that will stay in a building for
Just hang out. She's
hours?
just hanging out.
She says, as long as there's hay, I'm good. So thank you, Becca and Cookie
Thank you,
again.
Becca.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for
You're
all
welcome.
you've done. And we have a great tribute video. You can still continue giving. Let's see if maybe we'll be at that $115,000 at the end of this
By
thank
this
you
video.
video.
That would be phenomenal.
So-
Help us get there by the end of this tribute video. Thank
Be
you.
well, stay safe, and enjoy this video. Thank you so very much.
God bless. We love you guys.
Kindness, I'm in debt to you for your selflessness, my admiration for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it. La, 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 You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to
All right.
Yay! We did it!
So we cannot show the thermometer because, oh my gosh, we're almost at 116. Woo!
You guys, you did it.
We can't show the thermometer because it will crash the system, and that's what happened in the middle of our program. Elizabeth, you are extraordinary. Thank you so very much.
These are so
Becca
nice.
and Cookie, thank you so much. And you know, word
They
has
let me
it
ride
that
the
Cookie
fake horse.
called in a $200 donation. So
Cookie,
thank you.
We're at 116, 182 already, you guys. We love you.
Thank you all.
Thank you
Be
so
well,
much.
stay safe, and good night.
Thank you. Woo! Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Love you guys. Woo!